Welcome to the Wholesaling Inc. podcast, America's #1 podcast for new real estate investors, where we know that finding discounted properties is the most proven path to financial freedom. I am your host, Brent Daniels, Mr. TTP, and I'm telling you, if I can do it, so can you. So let's get started. All right, this is a unique podcast today because it's just me. Typically, I am interviewing the absolute most incredible wholesalers from around the country and sharing their stories. And what that does is show everybody out there that if you truly have a passion to be a real estate entrepreneur, that you can do it. And that's why Wholesaling Inc.'s podcast, this podcast that you're either watching right now on the Brent Daniels YouTube channel or listening to, is the most popular wholesaling real estate podcast ever. But today I want to talk about the difference between mentorship and coaching, because I've always kind of heard both of those and I never really knew what the difference was. So I kind of dug into it. And the fact is that mentorship is more about increasing your understanding of something. It's more like education. Right? It's more like being around a mentor that you're seeing how they move, you're seeing what they do, but you're just kind of getting an education. It's not really a, hey, go do 1, 2, 3, go do this action plan and you're going to be successful. That's more coaching. All right. Coaching is more about increasing performance and increasing results. You know, I'm sure a lot of people that are listening and watching this have had some sort of coach in their life that has made a huge impact on them, right? Now, mentorship is fantastic, but mentorship, I feel, is more like you get a lot of indirect mentorship from podcasts like this, from YouTube channels, from reading books. That's like an indirect mentor, right? There's not a lot of, going back and forth. The coach is more involved. The coach is more about getting you to your goals, right? Setting up a plan to get you to your goals as fast as possible. So let me break this down because I think this is important. These are the 10 things that you should be looking for in any real estate investing coach. Or listen, a lot of people out there are successful listening to this podcast and they're thinking about getting into coaching. And I think that that's absolutely fantastic. Spread the love, spread your knowledge, go out there, make a difference. But make sure that you're focusing in your coaching programs on these 10 things. And this isn't an advertisement for the TTP coaching program, although I'd be thrilled if you decided to join. This is just something, whether it be a local coach, whether it be somebody that you just really feel the energy, you really think that they're going to be an unbelievable coach for you in your business, and it feels good in your gut thinking about them and thinking about working with them, then go with them. But look for these 10 things. Let's start this up. Number 1, giving solid direction and instruction in all parts and all phases of the wholesale business. All right. There are 17 steps, right? Being able to understand all of those and peer around corners so that you can feel confident. And when you feel confident, your courage all of a sudden swells, right? You start getting more courage and you start taking more action. So it's very important that number 1, your coach is giving you the solid direction, the actual game plan, the actual action steps that you should be taking every single day to become successful. All right. Absolutely critical. Good direction is based on the goals that you have set. All right. Number 2, developing the skills of a successful real estate entrepreneur. Okay. What do I mean by that? What I mean is we never went to school to talk to strangers about their properties, right? We didn't go to school learning how to pre-qualify property owners to see if the services and the offers that we can provide them is going to solve their problems. These are skills that we develop. We didn't go to school and they're like, hey, this is how you understand if this is a deal or not a deal, how to comp a property or come up with the valuation of properties, or how much the fix-up cost is going to be on a property. You know, all of these things matter. All of these things are skills. Negotiating with that seller, negotiating with a cash buyer, determining the best game plan for each and every property. Is it best to wholesale it? Is it best to wholesale it? Is it best to flip it? Is it best to keep it in your portfolio? These are all skills that need to be developed. Lead follow-up. Following up with these leads effectively is important. Knowing what to say on an offer presentation is important. Being able to build a robust cash buyer database. These are all skills that your coach should be helping you develop, or if you're a coach, that you're helping your students develop. All right, number 3. Ooh, this one is a little bit spicy. I'm going to be honest. Developing discipline and consistency. And I wrote something here, so I want to read it so that I don't screw it up and I don't get it all out of place, because I think it really makes sense. Discipline is working when you're supposed to. That's it. It's taking action when you're supposed to. In this business, I mean, there's a lot of discipline in your life, in your world, and whatever else. But in this business, it's working when you are supposed to. Anybody have a problem? Anybody ever had any problems with discipline? You know, we're out there, right? We're not treating it like it's a job. We're not treating it like we have to show up or else, right? Sometimes it's tough to do what we're supposed to do. A coach pulls you in. A coach helps build that discipline and consistency. A coach recognizes that this business is so incredible and the amount of money that we make is so huge per deal. I mean, I'm telling you, I had never, ever, ever in my life seen checks as big as I do. And most people that I coach, most people that send me DMs and send me checks, and they're like, I did it. I can't believe this. I've never seen a check this amount before. I've never seen this much money wired into my account, sitting in my account. First time somebody gets a $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, $100,000 check, it is life-changing. But you know what happens? All of a sudden, the discipline goes out the door. Consistency goes out the door. All of a sudden, we get, instead of consistency, we get complacency. Because we just made more money. We're sitting there with $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 in our bank account that used to have $38 in it. And we're like, I'm the richest man in Babylon. I mean, I am the greatest. This is incredible. And then you kind of just, well, you know, I won't make calls today. I'm not going to do my follow-ups today. I got to go, you know, whatever. I got to go do something else. I got to go enjoy the time that I had. And listen, that's fine. But if your goal is to build a incredibly successful business, you need a coach to snap you in line, or you need to be the coach that snaps you back in line and says, listen, that's over. That's in the past. What are you doing today? If you start today at 0 and act like you have $0 in your account, 0 leads, 0 opportunities, you are going to hustle today. And you connect all those days together, and all of a sudden, you're getting that consistency, and you're closing on deals, and your business is taking an upward trajectory and not just roller coaster. Not only that, that's not even the biggest risk. The biggest risk is getting a big check and then instantly trying to scale. I'm going to go and I'm going to increase my expenses by a ridiculous amount because now I am going to build this business. I'm going to be a true business owner. I'm going to step out of being self-employed and I'm going to be a business owner. I'm going to work on my business, not in my business. Well, until you build up the discipline and consistency, the business isn't going to last. I'm telling you right now, it's just not going to last. I'm not being negative. I'm just telling you time and time and time again, if you're not building in the discipline and consistency, you're not going to get that out of the people that you hire. And now you've got their financial responsibilities in your hands. Not only them, but their whole family. Discipline and consistency. Number 4, accountability. Ooh, accountability. You know what's tough? I'll tell you what. You know what's exciting and energizing and fun? Writing goals. Coming up with goals. putting something out there and you're like, oh my gosh, it makes your heart beat fast, makes you sweat a little bit, makes you kind of shake a little bit. All the synapses and neurons and all the electrical charges in your body all of a sudden are just like alive. And you're like, oh my gosh, my life, if that was my life, when that is my life, oh my gosh, it's going to be incredible. And then you get out there and you start taking action and start taking action and start taking action. But then all of a sudden, nobody's there watching you. You're not in school anymore. There's not a teacher grading you on your performance, right? I want you to imagine, just imagine this. Imagine if I followed you around during the workday, let's just say from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day for a week. What would I see? What would I see? Would I see slippage? Would I see creative avoidance? Would I see unbelievable, unstoppable action and enthusiasm and energy? What would I see? Right? That's kind of how you have to think. Not only that, I think a lot of accountability comes down to feeling lonely. I really do. I think accountability comes down to the fact that there's 9 billion people on this planet and there's like 10,000 wholesalers. And this seems like a lot in our little world, but not compared to the regular world. You go talk about wholesaling real estate to your friends and family and people you go to church with or whatever else, and they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Like they have no idea what you're talking about. And that's the absolute truth. Most of them don't. Even people that are in real estate. So a lot of it is accountability, yes, but it's also being part of a community. Part of a community not only that understands what you're going through because they're going through it themselves, but that are doing more than you right now. Somebody that's just, oh my gosh, you just had a $40,000 month. They just had a $340,000 month. That's what I'm talking about. That's where accountability, it comes from coaching and it comes from the community. Number 5, a good coach should help you create and strengthen a strong mindset. It's the truth. There's so many things trying to tear our attention away from focusing on our business. Right? There's so much. Things are thrown at us every day. We all get a million, well, let's say 87 notifications pop up on everybody's phone every day trying to take us somewhere, trying to take us off where we should be, right? And a lot of that is negative. And because of that, a lot of it starts creeping into our mind, into our subconscious. A good coach is going to help plunge that out of your brain, right? It's going to help encourage you to read more, encourage you to listen to more exciting things, encourage you to participate in a community that's taking action and squatting up with a great network of people that are successful. Number 6, develop. Ooh, this is the hardest one for everybody. Here it comes. You ready? Number 6, develop a schedule that will lead you to the goals that you set. This is the toughest one because there's really 3 parts to a schedule. Time management, priority management, and energy management. That's all mixed in, all combined in to developing a successful schedule, right? Time management, priority management, and energy management. A coach is going to help figure out and help put you in a position so that you have a nice, clean schedule that you can work from so that you can make sustainable you can take sustainable action. All right. Number 7, efficiency. Efficiency. Doing more in less time. That's all it is. Doing more in less time. A good coach is going to get you where you want to go in a year where it would have taken you 5. In a month where it would have taken you 6 months or a year. A coach just skips you to the front of the line. That's what a good coach does. They skip you to the front of the line, and most of that job is helping you avoid shiny objects. It is. I'm telling you. Like if you just literally focus on taking the action that a good coach is going to show you to take, you will win. You're going to win. The problem is there's so many exciting different things that are kind of pulling at you. A good coach is going to keep you focused and keep your efficiency high so that you can do more in less time. Number 8, develop your systems. All right. This is when you are ready. And listen, I'm excited. When you're at that point, when you're ready to hire people and scale and really start working on the business, not in the business, and really start like building something special and long lasting, you need systems in place based on businesses that have long lasting success. That's what a good coach does. Helps you develop and build those systems, shows you those systems so that you can keep evolving every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year, so that you're not just repeating the same income over and over and over and over every single year. All right. Number 9, we're almost there. Number 9 out of 10 is profitability and income. A good coach is going to help keep you profitable. Listen, wholesaling is an incredible business. Wholesaling is a cash machine. Wholesaling is an ATM. It prints money. But how are you with your business expenses? How are you with the discipline of your business expenses? How much are you taking home for you and your family? Right? Because listen, the whole point of this business is to make money so that we can pay off consumer debt so that we're not working for somebody else, right? Truly not working for somebody else. And so that we can buy assets that will replace our income. That's what we're looking to do. That's the path. First, we find discounted properties. Next, we replace our current jobs and be able to do this business full time and be a true entrepreneur, or at least self-employed. The third step is paying off your consumer debts so that you're not making all this money and just paying some interest to somebody else, which makes no sense. That doesn't build your wealth. It never does. It builds somebody else's wealth. So you get rid of your consumer debts, and then you start buying assets. And then the last step is your passive income from those assets pay for your expenses. When I say every single time that I open up this podcast, finding discounted properties is the most proven path to financial freedom, it is the truth. But you got to be able to go through that. You got to be able to have enough profits to go home to you and your family so that you can pay off those debts, buy those assets, and replace your income with passive income and cover your expenses. That's financial freedom. Isn't that incredible? This is the greatest business ever. Oh, God, I love it. And the last one is confrontation. Confrontation, right? And I don't mean like, oh, I'm going to like attack you and speak down to you and yell at you and scream and be, some sort of tyrant or anything like that. No, I'm talking about asking good questions. That's what a coach does. Listen, Bob, your goal is $350,000 this year, right? Yes. Okay, great. So you've made $50,000 the first quarter, the first 90 days of this year. Okay. How are you going to make $300,000 in the last 9 months of this year? How many leads do you need? How many appointments do you need to go on? How many deals do you need to do? How do we increase the amount that you get for every single deal? That is coaching. That is confrontation. That's what helps people succeed. Having somebody that's going to call you out. Having somebody that says, listen, is 350 really your goal? This is your goal. If your goal was 10,000, I'll help you get there. But your goal isn't 10,000. It's 350. Here's the game plan. Go after it. And if you're not, why not? And is it truly your goal? It is? Okay, then we need to do this, this, and this to get back on track. That's confrontation. And that's being a good coach. And that's it. That's number 10. So just to recap, let me hit it to you one more time. Good real estate coaching should involve giving solid direction and instruction on all parts of the business, developing the skills of a successful real estate entrepreneur, developing discipline and consistency. They will give you accountability, provide accountability, create and strengthen a strong mindset, develop a schedule that will lead you to the goals that you've set, get you efficient, build in the system, show you the system so that you can grow and develop and evolve day after day, month after month, year after year. Make sure that you are profitable and that your income is high. And number 10, keep you on track and confronting you about your goals. That's what a great coach does. 10 things. So anybody out there that you're considering as a coach, make sure that they're providing those 10 things. If you agree with me, on these things, if you think that I've missed anything, please let me know. But those are the 10 things that I have found help make people that are getting coaching more successful faster. So there you go. If you're interested, obviously, if you're interested in joining the most proactive group in real estate investing, it is the TTP family. Go to wholesalininc.com/TTP. That is my coaching and training program where I work personally with you. But go to that site, wholesalininc.com/TTP. Check out what it's all about. Check out the incredible people around the country that we've worked with that are having incredible success. Check out all the testimonials. You're going to have to scroll for a long time. I work with the best. I work with the absolute best. So if it feels good in your gut after looking at that, sign up for a call, and I look forward to working with you personally. Until next time, I always encourage you to talk to people. Love you. See ya.